Welcome back to Let's Chat. Thanks so much for joining us here. We have some special friends we want to introduce to you from the Pop-Up Project, this dance wellness education organization. We have Marah Bates, Louie, Marin-Howard, as well as Jeri Eduave here to give us so many of those details and just kind of a refresher of what y'all do. Thanks for making the time to be here this morning, y'all.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you so much for having us. We are so excited to be able to come on and share a little bit more about our organization. It's been in operation here in Chattanooga, serving this community since 2018, and in the most recent years has really refocused our energy and our resources into building accessibility for dance education here in this community. And through our partnerships with schools, other public schools, other nonprofits, community centers, churches, really anyone, we've been able to really build on the city's empathy and compassion and love through our programming and partnerships.
And there's so much local talent in Chattanooga. I think we're just overwhelmed by the amount of passion people have for the arts and hoping getting to be able to pour back into that. Specifically, the Pop-Up Project, y'all do a lot of things both for adults and for the kiddos, people of all skill sets. Tell me what that kind of looks like, what you're hoping to reach community outreach wise.
Thank you so much. Yes, we serve our littles all the way up to our senior citizens in this community. Our approach is simple and intentional. We train in 3 ways. We train our mind, the thinking, breathing, creative artist inside. We train our body, our instrument. We all have an instrument, so I don't want to hear that you're not a mover or a dancer because we all share the same instrument. And most importantly, we train as a community. We do not exist alone in this world. We exist in relation to one another.
Yeah.
And we believe that that we have an opportunity to be most successful when we do it in harmony with one another.
And I think that's when people feel the most encouraged. A lot of the times it can be intimidating to go to maybe a dance troupe or something to where you're like, I'm not a good dancer, I want to get involved. But this isn't something that y'all are going to judge people. It's like, this is open to everybody. This is inclusive. No matter what your skill set looks like, no matter what your relationship to dance looks like, y'all are going to be able to welcome them with open arms.
Absolutely. You know, for us, at the very introductory level, we are working with beginner dancers, and so we're taking them through a journey through creative dance, creative movement, and throughout the process, and then even some specific, some sites and some programs want specific programming. We begin to build in more genre-specific movement, and styles. Jazz, ballet, modern, hip hop, different folk dance. And what's wonderful is we have an opportunity here in Chattanooga to also serve our beginner adults. We have a dance studio, Studio 34. I have Jeri here who I'd love for you to share a little bit about the programming that's happening there.
Yeah, with Studio 34 truly is an extension of our outreach programming, and it's geared to adults, adults who are new to dance, coming back to dance, or redefining their relationship with dance. And yeah, we really just want to provide that access and accessibility in a space that's exclusively for adults.
Yeah.
So that way they can build community with one another.
I think that is so important too, because there are probably a lot of adults, they're like, I grew up dancing, I did this, but then they feel like maybe they're like, am I too old for this? I'm not able to do this anymore. And so unless they have that community to be able to pour into each other, have you been able to really see people empowered and just kind of almost coming back to their inner child a little bit?
Yeah, and a vehicle that we operate that in is dance, but we really think about Studio 34 almost like a community center and as a third space for people to gather and build with one another. People really do that in our free community class that we have every week, every Monday. Changes styles and teachers every week, but it's usually the same people that come every time, get to know new people and build relationships for friends.
That is so neat. Something else I wanted to know, because we talked a little bit about this off the air, Razzle Dazzle coming up November 15th. Marah, what can you tell me about that?
Yeah, Razzle Dazzle is an opportunity for youth programming to be showcased on stage, and so we get together all day long. We tech the show during the day, and then we have the show at night. We invite the families. Every student that we teach gets free tickets to the show for their families to come and watch.
Oh, neat.
Last year we had about 75 kids perform, which was really amazing. So we get them in costume, we get them up on stage, and we get to share the stage together. It's really nice.
And for some kids, is this their first time being on a stage? Like, this is a big thing.
It is. For some of our students, this is the first time that they're in this environment, in a theater with a tech rehearsal and what all that feels like, and being together. They also get to be for the first time in the same space with other students of other programs, with other teachers. It's a wonderful experience. And the families too. The families come. For some of these families, it might be their first time coming to a theater and seeing their child for the first time. It's a really, really, really special.
A really empowering event. You guys do so much good for the community. Remind me, as we're wrapping things up this morning, how we can get plugged in with y'all, whether that's a website, a good landing page for all the good information.
Yeah, so Razzle Dazzle firstly is going to be on November 15th. It's going to be at the Chattanooga Theater Center. We'll have more information on that show on our website for sure. We also have a reception that happens early in that week, so we can come in, you can come and support us that way. Our website is thepopupproject.org. We're also on social media at TPUP Education, the Pop-Up Project Education, and also at Studio 34 Chat. That's right. Thank you.
There you go. Let's chat at the end. There you go. Thank you all for making the time to be here this morning for Let's Chat. For the latest with them, go and visit those links that we just mentioned and go and support our community and our kiddos for Razzle Dazzle City of Dreams, November 15th. Stay with us. You're watching Let's Chat. We'll be right back after this.